Hello everyone, welcome to our up and coming Inquirers presentation. This is the short and sweet version of our presentation we did the other night for you to review, or in case you missed it. I'm Dr. Lana Tatum Headley. I'm the principal here at Dundee Elementary Academy.
And I'm Mrs. Monica Crossway, the assistant principal at Dundee Elementary Academy.
And we always share with you our email addresses, and for all of our staff, their email address is their first name dot their last name at polk-fl.net, and then our cell phone numbers are here for you. Feel free to call or text us anytime you have any questions or need any help with anything.
All right. Please visit our website to get to know our teachers, learn about our school and our program of inquiry, which is basically our curriculum. And please follow us on Facebook. We post multiple times a day all of our information, our Saturday newsletters, and we communicate a lot through our Facebook page.
So if your student is starting kindergarten next year, the graduating class of 2038, we have a summer learning bag for you that we provided at the event. If you weren't able to make it, please call the office to come and get one of the summer learning bags. There's activities to do every day during the summer. You can also come on our international night, which is May 20th from 5 to 6:30 to tour our school and pick up your bag at that time. And then there's also Camp Early Bird that the district is providing for students to get ready for kindergarten, and there's the information for you to sign up.
All right, for uniforms, our tops are navy blue or red with our double logos, a Dundee Elementary logo on one side and our IB logo on the other. You can wear jackets, so purchase jackets that zip or button up, no hoodies, and those can be all solid colors with no words or logos.
Pictures.
Yeah, so solid navy, black, gray, or red. And also this year, we're going to have a new DEA sweatshirt pictured here. It's a gray sweatshirt with black logo on it.
And we do not allow any hoodies on our campus.
Yes. So bottoms, we have navy, khaki, shorts, pants, or skirts. We do have some girls that do like a polo dress that also needs to have the logos on it. And for shoes, just make sure they have a rubber sole. Do not have boots or sandals. Those are for only free dress days. Students should have a belt and should wear socks with their shoes.
And please, if your students cannot tie their shoes, please make sure they have shoes that they can take on and put off easily until they learn how to tie.
Yes, and I forgot what I was going to say. It'll come to me and I'll let you know.
And then on the next slide just shows you some of the prices at Applied Images, where you can purchase all of our uniform shirts, jackets, and the sweatshirt are available, and that's in Lake Wales. They also have an online ordering and shipping to your home.
I remember, no Crocs either. So Crocs are not safe to wear at school, so they have to be rubber-soled sneakers or some of that are pictured here.
And if you do have embroidery machines, you can embroider your own shirts at home. I don't have those skills or talents, but if you do, we're happy to share the file with you.
All right, some uniform tips. Make sure to write your student's name on their jacket. We get hundreds of missing jackets every year, and we have a hard time getting them back to their owners. For bottoms, make sure they're a little larger because we do have to tuck our shirts in, and students grow very fast, as you know. Students who don't know how to tie their belts, make sure they're like magnetic belts, because when you really have to go to the bathroom, we don't want accidents. And then, again, like Dr. Headley said, Velcro or stretch tie shoes for those that aren't able to tie their shoes yet.
All right, so I already mentioned summer learning. We do expect all students to participate in our summer learning program. For kindergarten, we are providing you with bags with all the materials in there. They are due back to us at orientation, which is August 5th. And we expect everybody to read 20 books over the summer. That's 2 books a week. 1 book should be fiction, 1 book should be nonfiction. Enroll in Camp Early Bird if you can. If your student is currently in a Polk County school, they will still be able to do Freckle and iStation throughout the month of June. And if they're an English language learner student, Imagine Learning will also work during the month of June. We recommend students read the Sunshine State books and the Best books over the summer.
All right, field trips. If you would like to go on field trips, you do need to become an approved volunteer. There are 3 levels of volunteers and visitors. So there's a visitor, which you can come anytime and have lunch with your student, but visitors are not usually allowed on field trips. Second is category 1, which is about a $25 background check, and you're able to go on field trips where the entire class will stay together. Field trips like going to the baseball field or going maybe to a museum, so anything that the entire class stays together the whole day. But most of our field trips, we do split up into small groups. For example, SeaWorld or Epcot, those you have to be a level 2 volunteer, which is about a $95 background check that lasts for 5 years. So again, if you want to go on field trips and be able to go on any field trip, you will need to be a level 2 volunteer.
Our catchphrase is readers are leaders and travel with books. So we do expect our students to travel with books every day to and from school and read in the car or on the bus as they're going home instead of being on their devices. Again, 2 books per week, a fiction and a nonfiction. And then we do keep track of how many words our students read at our school. And we do give prizes for students that reach the Million Word Club and display them in the hallway. We also recommend that all 3rd graders read 300,000 words before they take their FAST test, which may seem like a lot, but the students that do that always score a level 3 or higher on the FAST testing.
All right, some home responsibilities that you can work on over the summer is encourage manners and daily routines in everything that they're doing and reteach them on how to respond respectfully to adults and others that they're playing with. Limit screen time to about 30 minutes a day, and remember to balance. So if they're on their device for 30 minutes, also playing outside for 30 minutes, and then speaking with somebody for 30 minutes or a group of people like at dinner for 30 minutes. Have them listen to something for 30 minutes, and then also practicing their fine motor skills for 30 minutes. If you're not able to do all of these things for 30 minutes, then think about doing all of these things for 10 minutes. So that means your screen time is limited to 10, and do these other things for 10 minutes as well. Always work on balance. Chores, it's a rule of thumb to have one chore per age or year that you are. So your 5-year-old should have about 5 chores, and these could be easy, like putting their dishes in the sink, helping put away their laundry, making their bed, things like that. Establish routines for homework and reading time. Get those started now in the summer. And then consistent bedtime with a book and without a screen.
All right, grading at our school, we do use the BEST standards, which stands for Benchmarks for Excellent Student Thinking. Those are the Florida standards. We do have the students take the state test. We're required to do that. And we have our own curriculum apps that we use at our school that's based on our IB program of inquiry. A C means that they are meeting expectations. That's a 70%. It's satisfactory, and that they might need more support. If they're getting A's and B's, that means they have definitely have mastered the material, they're proficient, and they're exceeding and accelerating. And we do offer many acceleration opportunities at our school. In kindergarten, for the first interim, there's just a regular progress report the teachers share because they're gathering data and information, and then they'll be on the normal report card schedule with the rest of the grades.
All right, feeding your inquirer. We have free breakfast and lunch here at DEA. Car riders will have free breakfast until the first bell, and buses get free breakfast no matter what time they arrive, even if their bus is late. Snacks are by teacher, so make sure to ask the teacher about snacks during orientation, and make sure to adhere to our wellness policy for healthy snacks. Birthdays, we love to celebrate a good birthday, so please prearrange this with the teacher. It's always during our 20 minutes of recess during the day, but leave those balloons and stuffed animals at home, as they can be very distracting in the classroom. But cupcakes and things are fun to bring.
We do offer free breakfast and lunch, so you don't need to worry about that. We have a breakfast line in the car area and a breakfast line for bus riders through the cafeteria. If your students prefer, certain food choices and you feel like you need to pack breakfast or lunch for them, please make sure you're packing things that they can open without any help. Also a napkin and utensils if they need those as well. They do have about 25 minutes for lunch. Their lunchtime is 30 total minutes, but that also includes traveling time from their classroom and back to their classroom. So practice with them over the summer. Make sure when you sit down to have a meal, they're all done and cleaned up within 25 minutes or so. And then for snacks, the teachers will let you know when their snack time is, and have them bring things that they can eat easily in 5 to 7 minutes. Finger foods, no juice that's going to squirt and spill everywhere. Things like bananas, healthy choices.
All right. Communication. We love to communicate here. We communicate through parent portal, so make sure that you're signed up and you have those notifications on, as teachers can message you through parent portal. We also communicate through our agendas every day. We have Tuesday folders that go home on Tuesday for all those papers that you need to look at. Make sure to follow us on Facebook. We send a Saturday email around 8 to 9 o'clock every Saturday morning. And again, our website.
Every minute matters at our school, so our campus opens at 7:45. Please do not drop your students off prior to that unless they're enrolled in our before school program. You can start getting in the car line at 7:20. Please don't get in the car line before that, because that's when parents are dropping off for our before care program. They have a half hour to eat, and then instruction starts right at 8:15. A lot of times the teachers will start a little bit before that while they're eating, checking their agendas, reading, morning math, things like that. And the end of the day ends at 3:15. So please do not check your children out prior to that and think you're going to avoid the car line. It is instructional time, and that will impact their grades. 3 unexcused tardies or early checkouts equals 1 absent. So we want to make sure they are here all day, they're ready in class and learning by 8:15, and then they will be dismissed at 3:15.
All right, we have lots to celebrate here as well. So every month we have a learner profile parade. We actually just came from our learner profile
parade.
It
was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. We also have our approaches to learning through our program of inquiry. We have a parent engagement calendar that'll be emailed out to you shortly, as we're working on it already, so that you have the entire year's calendar ready for you to put on your fridge. We also put it on our website so that you can download it straight to your Apple or Android calendar. And we just a little background for our PYP. We have 6 units of inquiry that follow them throughout all 6 years that they're here. They do all 6 units every year. We're an international baccalaureate school. In 2020, we were actually recognized as a top 20 magnet schools in the nation, which is incredible. And we are a PBIS model school as well. We worked very hard on our vision, mission, and shared values, which we recite weekly during our morning announcements. And so we really live by this, and the students live by this as well.
All right, so we are a PBIS model school. Our expectations are, at DEA, we act, we accept responsibility, care for our world, think and reflect, and we practice these every morning. We do have a behavior color chart that's on the screen there. It does seem very vague. That gives the teachers the opportunity to make specific adjustments they would like in their classroom, but all students start off the day on a level 1, which is in the black color area, and if they come to school on time, that's where they start. If you sign their agenda, they complete their daily reflection, they move up to a 2, and if they complete their reading log, they move up to a 3. And then during the course of the day, during ELA time or math, STEM time, acceleration specials, they move up the color chart all day long. The goal is 7 out of 10, which is a 70%, which is a C. That's on level where their behavior should be. But we do have students that demonstrate higher behavior throughout the day, and if they get all 10, they get a golden ticket, or if they do something special, they do golden tickets. And we do weekly and monthly drawings. So like today at our parade, 2 of our students were the golden ticket winners, and they went home with a hovercraft, right? Hoverboard.
No, scooter. An electric scooter. This way. But we have had hoverboards and tablets, bikes. We have all sorts of prizes that we give away for gold tickets.
And for our staff, too. Every month the teacher's pulled, and they get to lead the parade with a $50 gift card.
Yeah. So required assessments, we do assess a lot. It's state mandated. We have 3 progress monitorings. One is August, September. One is December, January. And then one will be in end of April and May. So everyone, they take, in kindergarten and pre-K, they take STAR Early Literacy. First and second grade, they take STAR Reading and Math. We have Accelerated Reader for our weekly tests. We have Freckle and Ice Station and Imagine Learning. And for our state tests, we have the FAST, Florida Assessment for Student Thinking, which could be STAR Early Literacy and STAR Math for K through 2. And then for 3 through 5, it's a state test online. We also have Access for ELS for our ELL students.
So please follow our procedures. We want our students to be independent. You can bring their school supplies on orientation day. The supply list was in your folder that you received from the office when you registered. So bring your student to the cafeteria on the first day of school. This is for kindergarten families only. Kindergarten parents will get a special colored car tag with their number. You'll hang this number in your car when you pick them up at the end of the day, and we'll have their car number on their backpack where they can see it too. Bus riders will have a tag on their backpacks when they get off the bus in the morning. And walkers will meet at the end of the gate in their designated walker area. We recommend kindergartners not be walkers until they know our routines and procedures. And you can only be designated a walker if you live in a 2-mile radius of our school and the student walks to your front door.
Orientation and getting involved. Our student orientation is August 5th from 4 to 6, so please mark it on your calendar. We will be selling our t-shirts that students can wear on Fridays and volunteers can buy as well. Our Student Advisory Council is May 12th if you would like to join us, and our PTSA is meeting on May 5th at 5:30 on Zoom, and here is our meeting ID.
Again, our arrival and dismissal procedures, our campus is not open until 7:45. That's when our staff reports, so please don't drop your children off before that. It's just not safe, and it closes at 3:45. If your child's a car rider, please be in the car line by 3:30. The first week of school, the car line takes about an hour, but after that, right now, our car line is about 15 minutes. Bus riders, you will need to sign up for a bus at orientation. It does take up to 10 days, so you'll need to get a car tag for the first 10 days of the school year. That's why the car line's usually much longer the first week. And then again, walkers walk home.
All right, we have our compact for learning, so we'll make sure that you want to review this. We're going to go over it during our SAC meeting. And then with being a school of choice comes responsibility. So we do have a Magnet School Choice parent and student contract as well, which goes over behavioral expectations, attendance expectations, and academic expectations as well.
All right, well, we appreciate your feedback for those of you that came to our event the other night and look forward to more feedback from you. We hope you've enjoyed our presentation. Again, call us anytime.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.